Hello, this is Ben119 and welcome back to another video. In this video we're going to be doing the final part of the Lakebed Temple. So in the first two parts we got the claw shot and we got the boss key, and we've got everything up to that point other than the two chests I'm going to get now. So I'd highly recommend watching those two parts if you haven't seen them, because you will have missed a lot of important things about this temple. So we've just got the boss key and we're heading out, and we're going to head back to the main room. So this tunnel here leads back into that weird water room that I was on about. That weird water room I was talking about where it's a bit claustrophobic and everything. I don't know, I'm not a fan of this room. It's just, I don't know, I feel like they thought about having to put something there before the boss key and they couldn't really think of what to put there, so they just wanted to make this water room to drag the time out a little bit more in this temple. This is like the only room in the temple I dislike. Other than that, it's probably like a 9 out of 10 temple, I'd say. Maybe 8 out of 10. Because of another small thing I'm going to get to in a bit. But yeah, it's still a really good temple. Second favourite temple in the game. I'm going to get onto here. So these wheels are rotating now. Like I showed before. Oh yeah, that's a little speedrun skip there. I don't know why I decided to include that. I just did. Yeah, I don't know what I was doing there. I think I was just practicing to see how fast I could do this room as well. No, I do not speedrun Twilight Princess, and no, I'm not learning Twilight Princess secretly. I think Twilight Princess looks like an interesting speed game, but I don't know. I'm just not that interested in it because it's quite a long run for one, so there'll be a lot to learn. I don't know. I really like it casually though. It's a really good Zelda game casually. So we can still get through this wheel here. The other water is in the room above. We'll see right now. So the water's flowing in. And we are now able to access the boss door, but like I was saying, there's two chests we need to go back and get. So I'll show you how to get them now. So we go around here. And this is a really clever puzzle. This is actually really clever by Nintendo. Like, it took me a while to figure this out when I first played it, and it was really rewarding when I did figure it out. So you turn the staircase this way, and the water flows down the staircase, and it flows into the other room, which we can get the water in before. And then if you want to get back up, you have to wear the iron boots and then climb the staircase. It's the only way to get up the staircase and the water's flowing down it. It's pretty clever to figure that out. So now we go in the upstairs part of that room, because we're heading back to the chest. You know, the water slide? We have to climb back up the water slide with the iron boots on, and it is very annoying. It's very slow to climb up. I don't mind there being a chest there. I think it's good that you have to backtrack, but it's just annoying to get up there, and plus, like I was saying before, it kind of feels like you're exploiting the game in a way with how hard it is to get up. It doesn't feel like it's the intended way, even though it is. And dodge these guys. Oh yeah, something I didn't really mention, because I think people probably already know this, but I'm going to mention it for people who don't know, is I'm wearing the Zora tunic, and when you wear the Zora tunic, you cannot drown, and you can swim better. But the negative side of that is, when fire enemies attack you, and I think just when any enemies attack you, I think you take more damage. So say if you wear the Zora tunic in like Goron Mines, for example, and you void out in the lava, or you get hit by the dongo or anything like that, you'll take a lot more damage. I'm not sure how much more. It might be double. It might be more than double. I'm not entirely sure about that. So the quickest way I found to do this is by side hopping like mad. I think you can climb on that side there and just walk on it normally, but it's quite risky walking on that rail and it's quite easy to fall off, so I decided to just do this. Because I'm not walking straight, that is just so slow. So yeah, I'm just doing this instead. Quite a long way up as well. It's not as if it's just like a little bit. It'd be good if it opened up like a shortcut that led back to the top. Like with the claw shot, you're able to get back up like super easily. I know there's some claw shot targets here, but I think, in my opinion, I don't think it's really faster, because you have to stop, aim, and then fire and everything. And by the time you've done that, I think it's almost just faster to get up there. Right, so we're finally at the top. So this is the one chest I was on about. So you have to aim at this one, And I think it's just a stamp. Yep, just a stamp. Oh well. So yeah, there's 2 stamps and 2 heart pieces. Oh yeah, one thing I was incorrect about. I said in every temple there is always 2 stamps. In City in the Sky there is actually 3 stamps. So sorry about that, I was incorrect there. But every other temple is 2. So we're going to head out. And just before we go to the boss door, there's 2 more things I want to quickly show off. First thing being the final heart piece in this dungeon. So I was on about a bridge before that was underwater. I don't know why I went over here. Oh yeah, I was just showing off this little room here. Basically there's a room you can access here behind the wheel that I never really showed off. There's just some choo-choos here and a berry. I guess you can use them to heal your health. There's no secret chests back here, which would have been pretty good to put one there. Oh well. Nintendo can do what they want. So here we are, back in the water wheel room. And the bridge is raising up now, because the water's flowing in from the other side of the dungeon, which is super clever how you have to do that. I don't know, you can maybe figure it out because of the water, like things that the water can travel on. You can maybe figure it out because of that, but unless you're paying attention, I highly doubt you'll think of doing this. But yeah, this is a cool puzzle. So when we stand on this switch here, these gates open. Oh, I have to fight this guy first. So. 1 minute. For some reason there, he took so many hits to kill. Usually it's just 4 and then you do a finishing attack, but he took a lot of hits there. I don't know why. There we go, wall shot in. It's a little bit like when you're going to the boss key. I think this should have been the boss key, in my opinion. They should have swapped this heart piece and the boss key around. I think that would have been a lot better. But oh well, Nintendo can do what they want. There we go, so we just got extra heart there. We've got 9 hearts now. Not sure if you noticed, you probably didn't. So, kill this guy. Oh yeah, this section was a bit sloppy. Twilight Princess. Didn't do much practice beforehand. I literally just played through all the dungeons once, and then I recorded it. So I remembered the route though, because I have played all the dungeons obviously before, because I played this game a few times. So I do remember the dungeon layouts quite well. A lot of the later dungeons though, like Arbiter's Grounds, when I was replaying that one, so I've already replayed a few in the future before I've recorded. I found Arbiter's Grounds to be quite confusing at the start, but when you get later on into the dungeon, it's quite a linear dungeon. Oh yeah, I'm showing off this room here. Another thing about this dungeon, I think this room had a lot of potential, but they didn't really do much with it. There's all this water flowing around. I think they could have maybe put an underwater cave in here, and maybe the boss key could have been in here instead. Or they could have hid one of the heart pieces in here. They could have put something really cool in this room. I know there's some rocks under there, and I think there's some pots. I'm not sure what's in them, probably just rupees and things, but there's not even any small chests. I guess it's a cool looking room though, but I've never really properly explored that area down there because I've never had any reason to do it. But pretty cool. In order to get back out, you just have to shot these vines. Just wanted to show that off because even though I could have easily skipped it, I just wanted to show you because I like to show off everything in the dungeon before I go through the boss door. I think if you just play through the dungeons when you're doing this kind of series and you don't get every chest, you don't show off every room, I don't think you're playing the dungeon correctly. I think the fun of playing the whole dungeon is getting everything and going in every single little bit. I think that makes the whole dungeon more fun to play and watch. So we got every chest on the map. The only bit we haven't accessed is basement 2, and that's because that's where the boss is. There you go, that's the boss key door, and when I first played it, like I was saying, I thought that was a regular key door. I'm an idiot. There we go. Into the boss. Now, I think I cut some of this, because I think I got grabbed a few times by the boss when I wasn't paying attention, so I think I cut the fight a little bit. So we'll have to see. Yeah, this is the cut version, because on part 2 of the water temple, I basically made a few mistakes there, but I left it uncut, which was a little bit stupid of me. But this version, I remembered to cut it. We're getting a bit more professional here. I'll make sure to cut anything out in the future that goes wrong. Unless you want me to leave it in, but I don't see any point because it just adds extra time onto it. So here we go. Here's the boss. And wait, it's a bit like, what's his name in Ocarina of Time? Morpher. It's a bit like Morpher. Oh yeah, the reason I just let the clip changes because I cut that bit because I think I got grabbed a few times. But what you're supposed to do is just claw shot the eye out of the thing and just hit the eye. It's weird because he can grab you quite easily sometimes, and those fish can get in the way. I find this boss a little bit annoying, to be honest. Like, I think it's a really good dungeon, but I don't like the boss much. Oh yeah, right here the bomb exploded. His tentacle thing, so I got saved. Yeah, this eye is a bit annoying. You just have to get lucky. Like, sometimes I do that fight without even taking damage, and that time, I know I cut it, and you didn't really see, but I took quite a lot of damage. You can probably tell by my hearts. But this second part of the fight is an absolute joke. He looks really cool, and really massive, and everything. But all you have to do is swim near him, claw shot onto him, and then attack him. There's nothing to it. There's actually nothing to it. He doesn't attack you, he doesn't fire things at you, he doesn't try and eat you. He might do if you get in his way, but this bit is too easy. The first bit is too weird in my opinion, and too luck based and a bit hard. But this bit I think is just too easy. This doesn't change that the boss does look really cool, like I was saying, and this room is massive. I don't know why this room needs to be so big, because he doesn't even go much higher than that, I don't think. But if like those pillars could actually hurt you more. You use a claw shot onto him and you attack his eye. Not bad. There's worse bosses out there, obviously. Like the Fire Temple boss. Because, yeah. I don't like the Fire Temple boss because it's way too easy. This boss though, the second phase is too easy. The first phase is just weird. So all you have to do is just keep up with him. Then claw shot onto his eye again. You do that 3 times, like a rule in video games, bosses. You have to do it 3 times. No, it's the same every time. My favourite boss in the game is tied between Zan and the City in the Sky boss. They're both really cool bosses in their own way, and you'll see what I mean when I get to them. There we go, he's dead. So that was Lakebed Temple. And the boss is now dead. So we've done the first 3 dungeons. I don't know what to call the first 3 dungeons. They're not child dungeons. In Ocarina of Time, the first 3 are child dungeons. I always think of the first 3 in Twilight Princess as child dungeons, because you get the Master Sword straight after it. I don't know, they're just like the starting 3 dungeons. Because the dungeons don't give you anything super important. Well, they're important for the story, but you don't get like mirrors of Twilight. The final bosses in each dungeon in the first 3. I think you do in the others, so I don't know, I'd just call them child dungeons. I'm getting all my words mixed up here. I am very sorry about that. Alright, so he's dead. I hope you enjoyed that. If you liked it, please leave a like and subscribe if you're new around here. If you want to see the next part, please let me know. I'm going to make it anyway, so you might not need to let me know. But just let me know if you enjoyed it. I probably missed out a few things, so let me know if there's anything I missed out that you wanted me to talk about in this part that I didn't. If there's anything I've missed in the series. And just to let you know, I will be doing the Twilight, what's it called? The Twilight World dungeon, and I will be doing the Ganondorf's Castle dungeon. Because I know some people don't consider them proper dungeons, but I do, so I'm going to do them. Plus it'll be extra content. So there we go, got 10 hearts. So goodbye, and thank you for sticking with this series. Thank you for watching.